Good evening. This is David Lynn, also known as the Prepper Principal. And this is Coffee Talk number 255 live. Thinking I might need some more light. Let me look at engaging my ring light here. With me, everything's a work in progress. Hopefully that's a better image. Welcome! Well, where are we? Trying to get everything going. Hello, Bud Files. And Joseph Moore. Welcome, Joseph Moore. And KP Heathen. Welcome, welcome. Please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. Well, dagnabbit. The Black Widow. Welcome, Black Widow. I am trying to pull up my live stream on my backup channel, and it's not showing that I've got one going. Talk about delays. I'm very unhappy about that. Looking at it on my laptop. This is my personal laptop. It's not the school laptop. This laptop doesn't have touch screen. I have to touch the pad. My school laptop's the top of the line. It's got touch screen. I can touch the screen and do all sorts of stuff, you know. But right now, let's see if it pulled up. Ah, it pulled up finally. All right. You need to kill the volume. There. Had to kill the volume on it. Uncle Al, Die Bullfrog 79, welcome. I'm showing 2 in the house right now. 3 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. It also seems like my stream is frozen on there. Why are you frozen? Go all the way down. Okay. Hit pause. Oh boy. Life is just, well, it's life. I tell you. So, I've been doing yard work today. I've been doing a lot of weed eating. Places that the mower doesn't get. And yesterday and today I filled up 2 trash cans full of clippings just for my weed eating. You weed eat, you rake. When you have the better part of an acre, you know, that's a lot to be dealing with, especially with all the rain we've been getting. It's like, it grows like a jungle. You know, it's like a tropical jungle out there. And Lindsay, Grooters, welcome, Lindsay. Lindsay Grooters has 5 subscribers and is not a content creator. Yes, please hit the like button. It'll be greatly appreciated. 4 in the house, 3 likes. Can you be a mod? Lindsay, I give moderator rights to people and then I take them away if they don't behave themselves. So you're now a standard moderator on my channel. Holly Ivans, welcome Holly Ivans. Well, let me go over statistics real fast. I check my statistics every day. I'm sitting at 1,604 subscribers. I'm not growing like a weed, but I am growing. And 15.7K views in the last 28-day cycle. It goes up and down. It was up past 16,000, and then now it's back down to 15.7. A lot depends on how my shorts are doing, because I usually will drop a couple of shorts every day, and it depends on how my shorts are doing. So I dropped a short, that Taco Bell short, 22 views. Now, I mean, I've got some good comments from friends who watched that short, and they commented about it. And I like Taco Bell occasionally, and I like the nachos. And they said, well, I like those nachos too, and I get it every once in a while. I go to get the nachos. I get the number 5, the Nachos Del Grande. It comes with a Taco Supreme and a drink. And sometimes if I want to be a pig, I'll add a bean burrito. It's like, so, my watch time right now is at 5:49, and my last live stream, 133, and it was 104 during the live stream. And then since then, I've had people go and pop in. A few people do a full replay for me. I do full replays for them, for watch time. And the watch time that I had over 10 hours watch time during the stream. Anytime for an hour, anytime I'm over 10 watch hours for 1 hour, I'm happy, for the actual stream. My current short, which I dropped a short about 5-6 hours ago, and basically it was a remix of a video I had done previously involving a wet towel saw. That one has, last time I checked, it had 430 views, and that was from about 6 hours ago. So I'm happy with that one. But my last video, which was the Hillbilly Josh Goodie Box, was 72. See, do you want me to sub? I appreciate it. I would appreciate it. Little Lone Prepper, good evening. I will say this about my channel. I've earned my 1,600, a little over 1,600 subscribers. There are a lot of us that, we fight to get to that 1,000. You fight to get to that 1,000. You fight to get those 4,000 watch hours. I had 4,000 watch hours several months ago. I hadn't applied for monetization. I may apply for monetization, but I had not. And I have people contact me. Oh, I can tell you how to, you put out good material, but I'll tell you how to do your thumbnail. I'll tell you how to do this. I'll tell you how to do that. I'll help you to grow your channel. Clickbait type stuff. And I really don't do clickbait, and I really don't do, these flashy, I don't do the flashy titles. I basically state what it is, and and I talk to friends, that are Mr. Whistle, welcome, Mr. Whistle. And I talk to friends, and about that. some channels that seem to just be blowing up. Where they're just massive numbers of new subscribers. And I've had people contact me, send me emails. They want me to buy subscribers. They want me to buy likes. They'll sell me views. They'll sell me watch time. And they got rates for them. And they'll sell you like 100. They'll sell you 100 subscribers. I will tell you, if you ever, and there are people, we monitor. I monitor my friends. Black Widow's working on getting to 1,600 right now. Uncle Al's at 2,100, and he's working on 2,200 right now. Great material puts out great material. And I can name other channels, like my friend Dave. He's at 1,400, and he's not putting out anything right now. But he's at 1,400 subscribers. He's supporting his fiance, Echo, living my best life. And she's past her 1,000. She worked on getting her 4,000 watch hours. Black Widow's trying to work on her 4,000 watch hours. And I think they both got them. Seems like I'm freezing. It's not my internet. My internet's fine. I don't know what it is. But I feel like max headroom sometimes. Melinda Elliott, welcome, Melinda Elliott. Well, Uncle Al would refer to it as sharecropping. Well, let's talk about tonight's topic. The topic for tonight is herbs in your garden. You use it for flavor, you can use it for medicine. Here are 12 plants. And my wife has got several of those that she has that I can tell you. Parsley, basil, mint, sage, oregano. Am I spinning? iPhone's overheating. Don't know why my iPhone would be overheating. I'm glad to hear that. Mint is invasive. sage, oregano, rosemary, a couple of my favorites, garlic. I love garlic. Onions. You grow onions. Thyme. My wife certainly grows that. Mustard. Ginger. And chamomile. And I'll go through those again. There's 12 of them. And I know my wife has several of those. Distracted my imagery. I'm going to look at this channel. Excuse me for a minute. Oops, wrong one. It's right here. Go to channel. Open. We'll go to channel. Hello. You are not making me happy right now. Well, distracted me imagery. 373 subscribers. All right, Demi, you now have a standard moderator. And I am subscribed. Back to my live stream. Let's see. I love editing and graphics. Well, you do it so well. I'm very impressed with what you do. I'm very impressed with what you do, Black Widow. So it's important to remember the basics. Gardening. Back during the Second World War, they had what they called the Victory Garden. Did the same thing for World War I. People garden, people grow vegetables. They have fruit. People plant. You know, your pride is in your property. You know, having an orchard, having peaches, having plums. My parents, may they rest in peace. My father was from Georgia. He brought a bunch of stuff from Georgia, a peach tree, plum tree, various that grow there, where they lived, southern Georgia. And I used to love those Freestone peaches. I can remember when I was a boy, he'd make peach ice cream. And Uncle Al says, "Stop reminiscing." Well, I'm talking about gardening, and I'm talking about, you know, having fruit. So excuse me if I take a little detour for a minute. Um, it's important to have small livestock. Like if you can't afford to have full size, cattle, cows, goats, you can get meat from goat. You can get milk, make cheese, goat's milk. They're not that expensive. You don't need that much space for them, but they do eat, and they'll eat anything that they can get. They can eat. They'll eat. Um, Having chickens, having quail, having rabbits. Meat animals, eggs. Be nice if you know how to hunt. Can you hunt? Can you fish proficiently? You got some place to hunt and fish? Gathering and foraging. Remember the Pilgrims. Back in the day, 17th century, the Pilgrims came over. Plymouth, Massachusetts, 1620. Jamestown, Virginia, 1607. The early colonies, North American colonies. They had to grow. They had to forage. They had to do a lot of stuff. They had help from the Indians. They probably wouldn't have made it. Ah. Yes, please hit the like button. It'll be greatly appreciated. Yeah, you got to watch out. People will steal. If SHTF were to seriously happen, you'd have to protect your garden. You'd have to protect your animals, your chickens, your eggs, your everything you got, your personal property. You have to protect it. Um, there will be people who are starving. There will be people who will be roving and looting. Bands of them, families of them. And they'll do whatever they have to keep living. And that includes taking what you have and hurting you in the process. Mimi's Place. Welcome, Mimi. Uh, Uncle Al likes to reference a movie. It was a book, but very few people read the books. But there's a movie called No Blade of Grass. And he says this is why you need a 2-year food supply. I continue prepping. I continue ordering freeze-dried pails, number 10 cans. I ordered a new radio, one of these survival radios. And it should be in the next couple of days. I'll show it to you when it comes in. It's a nice one. And I paid around $40 for it. You know, you can spend a lot of money or you can spend a little money. And you get what you pay for. My wife today, we ran out of milk. She buys milk. So I took a cold half-liter bottle out of the fridge, and I made her a pint of milk. You know, the freeze-dried stuff. She was going to have some cereal, and we don't have any milk. So I made her milk. You know, cold milk. Her complaint about the freeze-dried is that you got to make sure it all dissolves. You got to stir it real good, make sure it dissolves, so you don't have any little chunks of the powder. I drink it. I'll mix this stuff up and I'll drink it. And it's good stuff. $13 in the house, 8 likes. If you have not left a like, please leave a like to support the channel. It'll be greatly appreciated. I need to go get new glasses. I probably will this next month. Several things I need to do before I go back to school. Got about 6 weeks before I have to go back. Well, not really chunks. You know, a little bit. Basically at the bottom of the, you know, basic bottom of the glass or the bottom of the, that's, you know, you have to. We were talking. She said, well, I said, what do you think you're going to be drinking if the grid goes down? Well, how are we going to have cold? How are we going to have cold? You know, those compressor-driven refrigerator freezers, 12 volts. You have solar power. And they don't use that much energy. Keep one running. And that'll keep your water cold and mix up your whatever you're going to mix up. Tea. You know, orange beverage. Milk, chocolate milk. You can mix with lots of stuff. Great. Got lots of beverage powder, freeze-dried beverage powder. Got to have plenty of coffee. Enrique! Welcome, Mr. Trevino, my friend. Enrique Trevino. And thank you for like number 9. So going back through the topic, really would want to have somebody like a Idaho Garden Girl, who I have not seen in here this evening. If you'd like to talk aero gardens or hydroponic gardening, the whisperer on that would be Idaho Garden Girl. And she'll do pods, and she'll do all sorts of herbs and such through water gardening. And you can get little pods set up to just put them in and they're ready to start growing. And you've got like your light that comes with the kit, you know, with them. And then she's also got some that she did basically, you know, put in like an aquarium set up for hydroponic gardening. and she's very good at it. Well, you know, you can certainly do herbs that way, and you can do smaller vegetables, like you can do chilies, uh, cherry tomatoes, um, lettuce, kale, and you can do lots of herbs. My my go-tos, and my wife grows these: parsley, basil, sage, thyme. Those I know she grows. Um, Other mint, oregano, rosemary, garlic. We grow onions, onion powder. You can grind it up for onion powder. Mustard, ginger. Ginger's real good. Chamomile. Gardening. You know, it's good to have a garden. But then also you need to learn to garden. If you don't garden, you need to learn to garden. It takes a while to learn to garden. And you want to grow stuff that you can eat. You know, you don't want to be gardening and just doing, kale or whatever. You want to be growing like in stuff that doesn't take a lot of room: squash, cucumbers, um, tomatoes, tomato plants. I love jalapenos. Um, and if you keep them from freezing, you'll get another crop in the spring. You can do a fall garden, and I really, really like growing that stuff. Potatoes, potatoes. Green beans, that's right. Squash, potatoes. Yep. I haven't grown any green beans in a while. You basically put them on a trellis. So you, I love green beans though. Humans carry the same parasites as pigs. Oh man. Peas, turnips, radishes, carrots. Oh yeah, carrots. I love growing carrots. I love growing onions. Doesn't take a lot of room. You can container grow those. Bell peppers. And if you keep them from freezing, they'll give you another crop in spring. They'll put out some more. Just keep them going, and they'll give you some more in the spring. And that second crop will be bigger than the first crop from the plants. thinking about putting up a greenhouse out back, a good sized one. Dried beans can all be grown together and are long-term keepers. Yes. True. So we have chickens. I know people who have quail, like Verna from Vay's Place. She does quail and she does rabbits. Goats. Good to have goats. Get a breeding pair. Goats will give you milk. You can get milk from goats, from a goat. Um, you have a small herd of those. Have a few of those. So, looking at you get into an emergency situation, call it SHTF or whatever you want to call it, and you need to be able to feed yourself. You need to have water, and if you take medication, you need to have a supply of your medication. I have about a 5 month supply of my medication. I really need to extend that out. And my wife keeps on me about water. So we try to keep our water supply up. We don't drink tap water. It's got to be filtered. So we're always buying bottles, buying the gallons, buying the 24 packs, half liters. I've got a pretty good supply of it in 3 gallon, 5 gallon bottles, plastic bottles. They're stackable. I stack them 3 high. I got some more that I need to fill up. And you got to look at that. Everything takes water. You want to rehydrate freeze-dried food or coffee, tea, whatever. You need water. And you can't go very long without water. An enema? Who's talking about enemas? An enema. Oh, good Lord. I got all sorts of stuff. Candles. The liquid candles that'll burn forever. I bought a bunch of those. They're not cheap. my wife was talking about, well, how are you going to heat whatever? Well, sterno. I've also got 12-volt appliances. I've got like a 12-volt kettle. I can heat water. 12-volt, 12-volt, 12-volt pot that I can, I need to heat something. I need to cook something. I want to make rice, like a rice pot. It runs on 12-volt. The thing about 12-volt appliances is they use less than 100 watts. So like the 12-volt refrigerator, freezer, compressor driven, they run, when they're running on about 50 watts or less, 45 to 50 watts depending. And they cycle. They're not running constantly. They're not running constantly. They cycle on for 10 minutes and then they're off for 15 or 20 minutes and then they cycle back on. I wouldn't be using it for a freezer. I would basically just have the thing on refrigerator, like set it for about 38 degrees. And that way I'd have cold water or cold beverages, cold whatever. And I can put stuff in it. You have to be able to boil water to reconstitute freeze-dried foods and such. Make your coffee, your hot tea, such. Idaho Garden Girl, your ears must have been ringing because I was talking about you. I was saying that you were the whisperer when it comes to gardening and when it comes to hydroponics. Thank you for like number 11. Please leave a like to support the channel if you have not done so. So I plan on Wednesday putting out Mom of 4 Boys 1,600 subscriber giveaway winner video. I gotta finish putting it together, do the description, upload it. It'll be a premiere. It won't be that long. It won't be that long. And I'm on the road to 1,700. I've been bulking up on certain things. You want to calculate what you need, and then you need to shop it, buy it, and stock it. And calculate, where you're at. Prepping is a marathon. You're not going to do it overnight. It's going to take some time. If you're just now getting started, make a list of what you need, what you use and what you need. Have an inventory of what you have, and then go out and start getting it. Shop for bargains, shop for clearance items. No, you're not talking way too much, girl. You're fine. I started on a rant earlier. We had been talking about some of these channels that they look like they're just growing so fast. And yes, Uncle Al says get a mentor. Get a mentor. Starting to feel a little bit like Max Headroom. Woo! And this is a work in progress. I'm adjusting stuff. I'm gonna try to see if I can stream with my laptop tomorrow. And I'm trying. I do a little bit every day. When I get up in the morning, it's when I got my most energy. You get up in the morning, it's when you got your most energy. You want me to do something intellectual, ask me to do it before lunch. I'm sharpest in the morning. And but we were talking, and I was well, thank you. I appreciate you being here to listen. I oftentimes think about the past, and I reminisce. Uncle Al says, "Stop reminiscing." I reminisce about the way things used to be. I talk to people all the time, and I talk about the way things used to be. I shock young people. When I start talking about having a passbook when I would go to the bank, and they put it in a typewriter, they type in it. My friends and I, we get together, we start talking about Colts and, you know, pistols and my friend bought his son a Colt 1911 pistol, the model. So that's not what I'd carry. That would not be a carry. And that's like a toy. Go to the firing range and shoot with it. That's not what I would carry. Um, this business about cock and lock, carrying cock and lock, you don't want to. You want something that you can pull out and fire and not have to worry about, you need to, like, having a round chambered. Like, if you've got a semi-automatic, you're going to carry a gun and you're not going to have a round chambered with the safety on. You don't want to be in a situation where you've got to do a quick draw or not, we're not talking about gunfights per se, but the idea where you got to do a quick draw, but then you've got to pull the slide back in order to chamber a round. That's not what you do. If you're carrying a semi-automatic, you want your round chambered, and you probably have your safety, and you want your safety on, where you basically just have to slide the safety off, and you're good to go. And God help you if you hit the damn magazine disconnect. That's why I like revolvers. I like revolvers. All you gotta do is pull the trigger. Double action. The old school single action where they gotta do the boom, boom, boom. Please. That's good for playing around. That wouldn't be my carry. I will tell you this. I learned stuff from everybody I talk to. I learned stuff from everybody I talk to. Everybody can offer something. Everybody has experience. You got to pay attention. You got to listen. Shadow Scout Swede, welcome, my friend. My friend from Europe. Thank you for coming in. And I apologize I haven't visited you recently. Please leave a like to support the channel. Good morning. Yes, we're behind. Right now it's going on 8 o'clock in the evening here in Central America, the central center of the country. Heartland, or I guess what you'd say in Texas. 12 in the house, 12 likes. (2:54 a.m. Monday morning. God bless you. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Y'all got a lot of elections going on over there. And we're sort of on a World War III watch. I pray that NATO doesn't get into it with Russia. Because the only way the Russians could stand up against NATO is to try to use nukes. I mean, NATO would roll right into Russia. And, you know, you got some people over there be crazy enough to do it. You know, people talk about prices and what they pay for stuff. There are differences around the country, prices. The same items, depending on where you're at. Same thing like with houses. Different, you know, certain places, you have a house, what you'd say like a middle class house, that 3 or 4 bedroom, 2 bath, 2 car garage, brick home, nice, decent neighborhood, middle class. Some places that's $250,000, other places is $500,000 or more. Depends on where you're at. So let me go through the list one more time. The topic for today was herbs in your garden for flavor or medicine. So here are 12 plants: parsley, basil, mint, sage, oregano, rosemary, garlic, onions, thyme, mustard, ginger, and chamomile. That's 12. Yes, Little Lone Prepper, I ordered another bucket. Should be in the next couple days. I paid with my Prime for a 10-pound bucket of oats. $20.54, and that's delivered. No tax on food like that. $20.54 for a 10-pound. And that would be for one person about a 2-month supply. To have one bowl a day. So that, with a cup of whey milk, it's a good breakfast. A couple of cups of coffee along with it. That'll take care of your breakfast. Jocelyn, my friend Jocelyn, welcome. Jocelyn's over in the Philippines, I believe. She may be in Taiwan right now, but she's over in that part of the world. They're 13 hours ahead of us. So if it's 8 o'clock in the evening here, it's probably about 9 o'clock in the morning where she's at. Thank you for coming in. Please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. You eat oats in metal cans. You know, I get the instant oatmeal. I get packets of that. You get 10 packs for $1.85, and I will eat 2 packs. You just have to have hot water to reconstitute it, mix it up, let it sit a little while. Sometimes I put honey in it, you know. My daughter likes EMS Bird. Welcome, Bird. Another good friend, EMS Bird. Haven't visited her recently. I'm sorry, Bird, I have not. She's got a very good channel. If you are not connected with EMS Bird, I encourage you to connect with EMS Bird. So, I follow the Scout motto, be prepared. The Scout motto is be prepared. Preparedness. Some people consider preppers to be a slang term. I can say preparedness. You know, be prepared. That's the legitimate term. And the way that we prepare is we plan and we organize and we inventory and we determine what we need, and then we shop it. And if it's something that we use, we buy extra. That's what we do. I believe in the I believe in doing unto others as you'd have others do unto you. I was a scout for a couple years in my youth before my father passed away, and I learned a lot. My father taught me a lot. He grew up back when they still had horses, and they still rode horses, and they still had carriages, and they had wagons. My father's father, my grandfather, died in 1932 at the age of 49. My father was 19 years old. And he tells stories about how he went with his father when he went to go buy his first, automobile. The first automobile. And that his father basically paid with gold coins. He paid with coins. Yes, it is hot. It is hot. Thank responders. When you see a responder, you see a veteran or somebody in serving, thank them. I'm really aggravated that my screen keeps freezing up on me. I feel like max headroom. I apologize about that. Something I got to work on. Life is good, but it is what it is. Things happen. It's hurricane season. Started June the 1st. It'll run through November 1st. Also, a lot of weather issues were certain parts of the nation's in a heat bubble. And other parts getting a lot of rain. We just recently had our first tropical storm, Arturo. Came in the northern coast of the Gulf Coast of Mexico. Gave us a lot of rain. Still getting rain. Every day I've been getting rain. Passes through, we get a shower. That's why I'm having to do so much yard work. Well, God bless your oldest son and thank him for his service. I thank him for his service. And it is a hard job. EMS, law enforcement, firemen, you risk your life every day, and you're not doing it to get rich. You're not going to get rich doing it. So every day when you get up, thank God for the day. I thank God for the day. I'm 62. I hope to live to see my grandkids grow up when I have grandkids. And I say the Lord's Prayer. I think a lot. I try to stay organized, but I'm behind right now. I'm in the process of redoing stuff. So I will do a premiere of the 1,600 subscriber giveaway Wednesday. I'll get it loaded up. Please look at my likes or should I say, look at my shorts, look at my likes. When you view somebody's video, leave them a like. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't cost you anything. Leave a like. First thing I do is leave a like. Leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. And everybody, please have a blessed day. I will be back tomorrow for another edition of Coffee Talk at 7 p.m. I appreciate you. Have a good week. Bye-bye.